Thank you for joining us. In the local news, Linda Thomas, the girlfriend of deceased Camden Park resident Nollie Jack, says she has no idea why anyone would have wanted to kill the father of their 3 children. According to police reports, Jack, 49 years of age, was found along the road leading to Lomans Bay early Saturday morning. Reports further indicate that Jack's body was found with gunshot wounds about his body. Speaking to IKtv News on Monday, Thomas disclosed that Jack, who was a fisherman by profession, left their home in Coconut Range, Camden Park, just before dawn to go fishing. Still shaken up by the incident, Thomas said she is confused as to why anyone would have wanted to hurt Jack.
Usually if he and anybody getting anything, he used to come home and he used to say, but this chance he did not come home and say nothing, so I did not know if he and anybody getting anything, because he never come home and told me he and people getting thing.
The couple has 3 children, Runika, 11, Thalia, 7, and Nollie Jr., 1 year old. Thomas, however, noted that she has not been getting the support she would have expected from the deceased relatives.
Still some people is coming here and try to mess up my head, tell me who have to move out the house and who have to stay, and me don't stress out, and still them coming and still stressing me out. What I want them to do is just come to me as a big man, come to me as big people and telling me, well, Linda, me know your brother, you've been doing me brother, and then your brother dead. How you and your children and me is going to hold up, and what I is going to do, and how my brother is going to bury, instead of come here and stressing me out, and I do not want that.
Jack is said to be the brother of September 2011 homicide victim Ingrid Jack, who, along with Marva James, was shot and killed in Camden Park. Jack's death brings to a total of 7 the number of murders for 2014. Minister of the Public Service Maxwell Charles has commended the Public Sector Reform Unit, PSRU, for organizing a workshop aimed at narrowing the gaps in the public service. On Monday, a number of officers drawn from within the public service were engaged in a workshop dubbed Effective Communication and Productivity. According to a news release from the Agency for Public Information, API, Minister Charles encouraged the participants to see the need for change. There must be a reorientation of thoughts and a remodeling of the way we are accustomed to work in order to meet the demands of the future, Minister Charles said. The Public Service Minister added that by continuing to operate in the same modus operandi is a recipe for the failure of the public service. In order for effective communication to take place, Charles told the workshop participants that the sender of the message must communicate in a business-like manner. They must keep abreast of current trends in their individual practices, and their attitudes must be one that is desired by those with whom they work. Dr. Maneva Glasgow, Deputy Chief Executive Officer at the National Insurance Services, facilitated the workshop. Director of the PSRU, Clarence Harry, said that the workshop aims to highlight and reinforce the importance of effective communication, to highlight the relevance and impact of effective communication on productivity, as well as the role of public officers in effective communication. Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Reconciliation, Dr. Audrey Gittins-Gilks, advised the participants to take the message that they receive and convert it into action at their place of work in an effort to improve productivity. Dr. Gilks said that productivity is critical in determining cost efficiency in the public service. 3 agricultural experts from Taiwan arrived here on Sunday for a 5-day visit, where they will work along with the Ministry of Agriculture and the local Taiwan Agricultural Mission in the final design of a project dubbed Strengthening Farmers' Groups and Production Techniques. The Taiwan nationals will operate as a fact-finding mission to assess a number of areas targeted in the project, which has emphasis on improved production practices and techniques and marketing. According to a news release from the Ministry of Agriculture, The team will be visiting a number of important sites targeted for development under the EU-funded Banana Adjustment Measures project referred to as BAM. Some of the areas to be visited include the proposed marketing depot slated for Belmont, Lanley Park and LaCroix, as well as the sites for the proposed greenhouse parks. 4th and 5th form students from the various secondary schools who participated in the Financial Intelligence FIU poster competition will on Wednesday know the winner of this year's contest. The competition, held from September to December last year under the theme, Crime Does Not Pay. The winners will be announced at a media conference to be held at the Foreign Affairs Conference Room at 9 a.m. The competition was aimed at raising awareness on the effects of serious crimes, including money laundering and terrorist financing. It was also sought to showcase the talent of the nation's youth. The winning poster will be placed at secondary schools, law enforcement agencies, financial institutions, and at the airport. The winner will receive a laptop and 1,000 EC dollars. The second prize winner a tablet and 500 EC dollars, while the third prize winner will be awarded a Kindle Fire and 250 EC dollars. Finally, in our local news segment, Anicia Batiste, head of the Democratic Republican Party, the DRP, will pursue short-term formal training in journalism with the London School of Journalism, LSJ, in London this week. In a news release issued from the DRP leader, Batiste will undergo a short-term course in advanced media law journalism from the LSJ. The program, which is designed for working journalists, public relations officers, and those contemplating a career as staff or freelance writers in any sector of the journalism industry, and is suitable for those employed in newspapers, magazines, web publishing, and broadcast media, proposes to give students a first-class understanding of media law. Batiste will be exposed to topics including, but not limited to, you and the law, rights and restrictions, the legal context, crime and the courts, libel risk and defenses, human rights, privacy, confidentiality, copyright law, contempt of court, children and young people, sex offenses, codes of conduct, legal dilemmas, freedom of information, data protection, protection of sources, court reporting, restrictions and challenges, and financial reporting, the news release further stated. That was your local news segment. When we come back, your regional news will come up next.